This is the Man Rights Activist Podcast, episode 133, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a man's point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, our new ones, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, Kamal is back from Utah.
Yeah, apparently sister wives don't really like broke black dudes.
You ain't lying. We have a Dear Erby from a woman whose man skipped out on Valentine's Day.
This guy's a jerk, man. For not telling us how he pulled this awesome event off.
Exactly. Halle Berry claps back on me, and Dave Chappelle claps back on Kamal. All that and more right now. It's the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I'm Kyle.
I am Kamal.
And we're helping you to understand the man you love. Kamal, how was Valentine's Day, my guy?
Valentine's Day was just a normal day for us yesterday, man. I mean,
Really?
yeah.
How'd you pull that off, dog?
Well, we were traveling back from Utah.
Ah, that helps.
Yeah, man, we were out of town, man. So, and then we woke up extra early to start packing the car, and it just happened to be 15 degrees, so...
Damn.
Yeah, so it was like, it wasn't smooth. So it was really, really like a rough morning. So
Now, did you package the Utah trip as a Valentine's getaway?
no,
Ah.
no, the boy was with us.
Oh, okay.
Dude, speaking of Utah, I
Come on.
almost died. I almost died, by the way. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend almost dying.
The segue of the week, y'all. Speaking of Utah, so before we started recording, I was like, what's up? And I was like, you know what? I just asked you on the air. And you said, okay. I just said, don't even tell me what's up. You can tell me when we start recording. So, speaking of Utah, I almost died. What happened, Kamal?
I fell off a snowmobile.
Oh, snap.
I ran into here's the thing, man. So we went snowmobiling.
Okay.
And so I'm riding with my 8-year-old. My wife is riding solo.
Yeah.
And so we do a 2-hour guided tour. Everything's fine. We race. I push it up to 30-something miles with my boy. You know, I pretty
rolling.
much got a handle on this thing. I'm
Yeah.
confident. So on the way back, there was like almost like a hole in the earth that we had to go through, go steep down and steep up. You know, steep decline and a steep incline. So the guy just runs through it. And so my wife goes next, and I stop at the edge, like, and I look back at my son. Are you ready? He was like, yeah. Okay. So we ease down. And when it's time to go up, I figure I need to accelerate. So I accelerate. But when I accelerate, I'm like leaning on, like, you know, to the side. Like if this is 4 wheels, I'm on 2 wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like leaning. So I've never been snowmobiling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just used to what I know, like a bike.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I put my leg down, my right leg down, because we leaning to the right. So I put my right leg down like I'm on a bike. Now, if you've never been snowmobiling, the throttle is like handbrakes in a normal bicycle. So it's not like a moped or a motor scooter where you just twist the little throttle like the handlebar. Mm-hmm. It's like handbrakes. So you would squeeze it to go faster. Mm-hmm. So me, years of riding bikes, I'm on 2 legs. I squeeze to stop this shit with my leg down. I speed up, lose control, go up a hill, crash into a tree, fall off. The thing falls on me. I got a big ass bruise on my inner thigh, right? My helmet comes like down. I have it strapped on because I'm too cool for that shit, right? So my helmet falls down. I can't see shit. So I'm thinking, oh, fuck, I done went blind. I was laughing at Kyle, old ass, busting his head. And now I done fucked around and hit my head and went blind. So, and you ever hurt yourself or think you hurt yourself? You waiting for the pain to kick in?
Yeah.
Like the snowmobile fell on me, right? So I'm like, okay, hold on now. Hold on. Like, I felt like some shit hit my leg. Like, okay, is my bone popping out? Like, what? Like, I'm waiting for it. So the guy, I'm like down the hill now, right? And the guy runs up and I look up. He says, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Look, man, yeah, I'm cool. How's my son? Where's my son? Because he's not behind me." And man, my boy Jabril, when I tell you this motherfucker walked from behind the guy, I'm okay. Like, if he was eating the sandwich cow, he wouldn't have looked more cooler than what the fuck this nigga. I'm underneath the snowmobile. My son walks like, "I'm good." I'm like, what the fuck? How are you off this bitch? And I'm underneath the snowmobile. So I'm like, dude, how the fuck did you? Why are you not underneath this motherfucker with me? He was like, "Oh, so when we was leaning, I leaned to the other side, and when we started heading for that hill, I rolled off." But motherfucker, you don't say shit to your daddy? Daddy, let's get the fuck out of here.
Something didn't look right to me, Dad.
My
So what I did, when you went right, I went left.
He had better. My 8-year-old has better survival skills than me.
Well, you say when you're young, man, you have reflexes that are quick, and I'm guessing he has those quick young 8-year-old reflexes.
I would think these just dumb 8-year-old reflexes, not knowing what to do. He was like, "Nah, I know exactly. Dad is headed for that tree. Damn. Don't look like he breaking no time soon. Let me hop off this bitch."
Man, dude, you almost went Sonny Bono, bro.
Yeah, man. And the guy, man, God bless him. He was one of those Mormons, man. Really nice. He was like, because here's the thing: before we took off, you gotta make you fill out some waivers and shit like that.
Of course,
they give you that insurance, insurance thing. Like, you want to pay for insurance? I most certainly will not be paying for this shit.
No.
And this motherfucker was like, it was a dent in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like, the grill was busted. He's like, "Oh, yeah, this was already here." I'm like, wow. I'm talking to the wife. "Oh, man, I done fucked up. We got to buy a fucking new snowmobile." And he was like, "Man, it looks like this was already done." I know you lying. I know they said you working for tips. You know what I'm saying?
Did you break him off, dude?
Oh, yeah, we broke that man off. Broke that man off, man. We wouldn't have tipped that much, but, I guess it was much cheaper than paying for a new snowmobile.
Damn, dog. So you almost went. So this would have been a crazy show. I mean, I would have.
If I was dead, it would have been. It would have been a little awkward. It would have been awkward.
But I just would have been. I would have powered through. But
yeah, it would have been awkward.
To add you to the list of dead people, rest in peace, Larry Flint. Rest in peace, Vincent Jackson. Almost said rest in peace to my guy. I can't even say it, man. I can't believe you survived that, man. That's crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
And before we get into Dave Chappelle, dog, Trump not guilty. Not surprising, right?
Not at all, man. Trump's got a very, very powerful base, and these politicians, as far as they know he is, they don't want to upset that base. They don't want to get. They don't want to get primaried. And what's really crazy is you would think politicians at this point in their careers, 10, 20, 30 years, and obviously they've done things to set themselves up nice for after politics. They're still just worried about their job. I don't want to get voted out. And so it's like, it doesn't matter if I think the guy is right or wrong. I'm supposed to just ride with him.
Yeah, even Mitch McConnell came out afterwards, was talked about how wrong Trump was, but he definitely wasn't giving up that vote, though.
Nah, it's like, dude, I think he's wrong, but I gotta
what am I supposed to do, convict him?
Right, I gotta ride with my guy. And they use like a, what do you call it? Technicality, because he's not president anymore. We don't have jurisdiction, so that's what they used. And they didn't really get into the fact that whether they thought he was guilty or not. It was basically saying we don't have the authority to impeach this guy because he's no longer president. Which it's like, so basically the last 2 weeks of a motherfucker's term, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants to do because he can't get arrested as a president.
Nope.
And
president.
Yeah, and he can't get impeached because he's gonna be gone in 2 weeks, so he could just go ham.
Yeah.
I think I want to become president just for them last 2 weeks. Something I always wanted to get through.
And they're not going to impeach me because I have majority votes in the House and Senate. So we good. Yeah, that's what it felt like, man. So Dave Chappelle, man, he put out. I mean, it's hard to call these things specials come out. I like to call them mixtapes. You know, they're sets. He put out a set. It's a little frustrating to call them specials. He's putting out sets on YouTube. And this set was a follow-up to the last set where he called it a special, where he asked everybody to not watch Chappelle's show because he wanted to get paid. And on this show, Kamal, I believe you said that he was wrong, that, you know, he already signed a contract. And he referred to people like you in his set. Yeah, he did.
Oh, he called me out.
Yeah.
He called me out. He called me a coward,
I remember,
or was a
I was
hater?
like, hey, he's talking to Kamal.
Or was it both?
He listened to the episode. So, Kamal, this is amazing, man. Dave Chappelle got his money. I cannot believe it, dog. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, man, here's what I truly believe, man. I don't think it's cool. I do not think it's cool for a grown man to strike a deal, and because the man doesn't understand the deal, he's not like mentally incompetent. He's very highly intelligent. I understand. He just wanted to get on. He wanted the deal. He was so enthusiastic, but he signed a deal. But
it was a bad deal, though.
A deal is a deal, and if it doesn't go your way, you can't just basically. You know, I guess he did. He pouted and protested and said he got what he wanted. I would have liked to see Dave Chappelle say, F you Comedy Central. You got 2.5 years of some greatness. I'm about to dedicate the rest of my career to give whoever else, you know, whether it's HBO or Netflix, 10 years of greatness. It's going to dwarf that shit. I will create, you know, something that makes Chappelle's show look like, I don't know, Wildin' Out or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
But I mean, that's what I would have liked to see. It's like same thing when Monique was complaining about Netflix. It's like, dude, go out and do your own shit, man. I just I don't like to see it. I don't like to.
Let me tell you the difference.
What's the difference
between Monique and Dave Chappelle? Leverage. Monique was mad but didn't have no leverage. Dave Chappelle asked, he said, I'm going to talk to my boss, which is you people, my audience, and I'm going to ask y'all to stop watching. Once he got them to stop watching, they renegotiated. It's not like he asked them. To me, that's how you do it, man.
No, I agree. I think his situation is different than Monique. Monique was like, boycott Netflix. And he was like, no, watch Netflix. Just don't watch my shit.
Just don't watch my show.
And then Netflix was like, you know what? We're just going to take it off. We're not, and so I can appreciate the difference. I'm saying I would have liked to see Dave Chappelle stick it to Comedy Central. Don't give me no millions of dollars. Be mad that y'all fucked me, 2004. Be like, God.
I want it back.
Huh?
I'd want it back, man, because it's like, it would be like saying somebody got us for History of the Black Man, right? And you was like, come out, just make something better than History of the Black Man. Yeah, that sounds good, but magic is magic. Magic, it's hard to recreate the magic. It's hard to recreate why you was writing so angrily and viciously and intelligently. It's hard to recreate the age of everybody and where everybody was in their life when we all got together, and the acting skills and this and that. The audience members from John Muir, from Horace Mann, from Vertina. Remember, we were competing every night. Who could sell the most tickets? Vertina would win, then I would win, then you would win, then Kareem would win. All of that went into, and the crowds were hype and overfilling the Acme Theater. Man, it's hard to get lightning in a bottle again.
I think
Chappelle Show is his Thriller, Kamal.
Yeah, but let's think about it like this, man. If Epic jerked Michael Jackson on Thriller, and he goes somewhere else and makes bad, obviously not as big as Thriller, probably not as acclaimed, but it's damn great.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about bad, Kamal. We talking about 10 years after Thriller.
Well, I'm saying I think, especially since his specials, I think you're right. It's hard to create lightning in a bottle twice. I'm saying
Michael Jackson in 1997.
Exactly.
No, 1994.
But here's the thing about it. What if Chappelle's show wasn't Thriller? What if that was Off the Wall to Chappelle? What if that was Chappelle's Off the Wall? I'm sure when Off the Wall dropped, people thought like, oh my, that's the king of shit. This is the coldest motherfucker. And so we're saying I think we're cutting them short. We're saying that basically this was the best you were going to do, Dave. I don't agree. I'm ready for some new shit. So I would have liked to see him still keep that smoke with Comedy Central and just, make another Hove. As
yeah. How'd that work out for J. Hove? Anyway, man, coming back. First of all, I do want to shout out our new affiliate, 1073 VIP, www.1073vip.com. Glad you guys are listening. When we come back, we got some feedback, and later on the show, we have a post-nut story from a man who took advantage of a girl in his ski club. How'd that work out for him? We'll talk about it soon. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? I sure hope you're enjoying the show. If you like it, I invite you to go to our website, themrapodcast.com, and catch up on over 100 episodes that we have in store for you.
You ain't working, you might as well check us out.
And if you want some more, go over to The World According to Cheryl and check me out on Cheryl Underwood's podcast. We post content there every single day. We have her normal radio show labeled SUR, and then the Cheryl Underwood podcast, where we get in her personal business every Friday. Then on the weekends, we have the specialty shows that range from Late Night Cupcake to Auntie Cheryl's House Party to our gospel show, Spiritual Nourishment.
You gotta check out The World According to Cheryl, even though I ain't on it.
We got some feedback, homie.
Do we now?
Yeah, man. My sister corrected you, Kamal, but then she gave you some props. You know how it works. you guys go back to high school.
Yeah,
if you got a problem, you can take it over her.
Yeah, give a little, get a little.
You got it. Yeah, 2 steps forward, whatever steps back. All right, so she said, per your podcast, correction, Kamal was talking about Marjorie Greene and referenced a story called Pizzagate in the media. It was D.C., not New York. Okay. But she said QAnon dude drove up because he thought their child was in their child molesting ring in the basement. I never knew why it was called QAnon. Thanks, Kamal. There goes your props. Also, she said she had to stop the podcast again. Sometimes she has to stop because of certain things we say. Or she said she had to stop and watch the Salt and Pepper movie. She didn't want any spoilers because she had forgotten about it. So she watched it online on Lifetime. Love the biopics. I'm sure I will find it enjoyable, even though Kamal said it was whack. I loved it. Man, we come back. We have a post-nut story from a man who took advantage of a girl in his ski club. How'd that work out for him? We'll talk about it. It's an MRA Podcast. According to Webster's dictionary, being in post-nut mode is when you have a clear mind and you can make sound decisions as if you just busted a nut.
Yeah, I don't know if Webster actually said that.
No, he didn't. But our listener, Big Easy Q, told us all about it, and we can relate. Women, men. So listen, if you have a story of when you did something foolish.
In pre-nut mode?
Yeah, something really dumb. Maybe it was top grime. Especially something in pre-nut mode you don't want nobody to know about. Hit us up, and we'll tell the world. We can all laugh at your expense, and hopefully you'll learn from your mistakes.
Aristotle once said, the results of pre-nut mode is the best teacher. I think he said some shit like that.
Send us your stories at Dear Erby at themrapodcast.com. That's Dear Erby at themrapodcast.com. And now it's time for a post-nut mode story, only on the MRA Podcast. Okay, this one is from Norman in San Bernardino. Back in high school, we had the ski club where this girl's dad owned a ski lodge. He would allow a certain amount of kids to come and ski for free. A lot of people at my school loved to ski, so needless to say, it was a popular club. The leader of the club was this choir girl who was not really attractive, but she was the one who decided who got to get into the club. I sort of You see where this is going, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sort of befriended her. I love sort of, Cabal. Norman, come on, dog. Come on, Norman. Being mad at all times. I sort of befriended her, and turns out she was not as much of a nerd as I thought. She was a freak with a capital F. Real talk, I love to hit it. But I was really shallow back then. I didn't want anybody to know I was in there, you know what I mean? So I played it cool like we were just friends. We ended up breaking up in the spring, and I thought I got away with it, but when the yearbook came out, it had all these pictures of her and I together in the snow, and one caption even said, cutest couple. My friends still tease me about that, but real talk, that's what I get. Now, at least he owns it. Come on, you ever use somebody, man, embarrassed to say?
Nah, but as a former shallow person,
as a what is a reformed ex-shallow person?
I don't really think I'm reformed.
You said former.
I was gonna say I'm changing my mind. I'm thinking now. I don't really.
So as a shallow person,
as
go
a
ahead.
Shallow person.
You can relate?
I can definitely relate to like oh man, I don't need nobody to see me. But see, I wouldn't have went there as far as like, as far as a ski club.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been like that. I don't think I wasn't that grimy like that, man. I told you I've always been like sort of like a nice guy.
Yeah. Is this a Top Grime nominee, Kamal?
It's not Top Grime. It's grimy.
It's grimy. I don't think it's Top Grime either.
Nah.
I don't like the energy of using somebody, man. But at the same time, I'm glad he got. I mean, I hate to say I'm glad because it is embarrassing, man. But if I look at it from a young lady's angle, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but
I'll say this: her feelings weren't hurt, and that's the good thing. So in her mind, they was a couple. They just broke up. So as long as it wasn't like one of them things where like you see in like them rom-coms where the guy's like, hey man, baby, what you doing over here? And she feels bad.
That's not cool.
Nah, so at least she thought.
Yeah. And hopefully she didn't notice that they broke up in the spring.
I peeped that out. I peeped that out.
When we come back, Michael B. Jordan raised the bar for Valentine's Day. We'll tell you how when we come back. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, if you're digging the show, then please tell somebody. People might say something to you like, hey man, what podcast you listening to? And that's when you say the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Or the MRA Podcast with Kamal and Kyle.
Kamal, we know that Michael B. Jordan is with Lori Harvey. Fine ass Lori Harvey. I think she's 21. He's 30. He's not 36. Is Michael B. Jordan 36? I think he's. I mean, I know because I'm like, how? Because I remember when your boy was first talking about him, your ex-manager.
Oh, Walter?
Yeah.
He was on The Wire,
man. A long time ago. Yeah, and so he must have been in his 20s then, right?
Nah, but he wasn't. That's the thing about it.
Oh, so he was like a teen actor?
He was like a teenager, man. So, and he was like on Friday Night Lights. So,
yeah. I don't remember. Was he on the movie or the TV show?
The TV show.
Okay, because I don't remember in the movie. Anyway, did he play Bubby?
Who?
Running back?
Nah, he was like some quarterback. I've never seen an episode of Friday Night Lights. I just know he played like a Cordell Stewart type of
Slash.
Yeah, something like that. He played like what do you call it? Willie Beeman type of quarterback.
Yeah, I got you, man. So anyway, Michael B. Jordan, he's with Steve Harvey's baby girl, Lori Harvey, his stepdaughter, but we ain't gonna do it like that, even though I just did it like that. Anyway, he's with Lori Harvey, and so I guess he calls her his turtle. I guess that's like a nickname he gave her because she's into animals. By the way, he is 34 years old.
Okay, so you said 36, so that's not...
Yeah, I said 36. Let me take 2 off. He's 34. She's 24. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the point is, Valentine's Day came and he rented out an aquarium to take her for Valentine's Day. Guess whose Instagram it was on? Come out, I'll give you one guess.
Michael B's?
Oh, it was not hers. He wasn't the first guy to be showing off. No, it was her showing off. Look what he did for me. He got her this nice bracelet, one of them with a turtle on it. She flossed it. I didn't see him flossing his gifts on there. I didn't see that, but maybe that's to come. Come on, it's probably to come. We'll probably post next week.
I'm not mad at this one.
Go ahead, help us out.
I'm not mad at this one, man. I figure if you got it. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have like dope Valentine's Day gifts. You're supposed to have dope ideas when you have like assistants and stuff like that. I mean, this is par for the course. You know what I'm saying? You got dough, you have access, you have a team around you. I don't expect nothing less than a dope Valentine's Day. Now, here's the thing about it. After you do the what do you call this thing? The aquarium. You gotta top it. You can't do the aquarium, then go for ice cream next year.
Yeah, but luckily, few things. Number one, they ain't going to be together that long, so that helps. So that helps. He can sprint. He ain't got to pace. The rest of us fellas, you gotta jog. Don't sprint, especially your first Valentine's Day, because you got to top it next year. But yeah, according to her file, these guys don't last more than a year. So if he gets to 2 years, man, I'm sure he knows he's got 2 Valentine's Days. So he's got this one and next year. If he gets to the 3rd year, he'll figure it out then. Maybe he'll propose in the 3rd year.
That's funny. There's a rapper, Boosie, and he be on Vlad TV, does these little interviews and stuff like that, pretty periodically.
Yeah.
And Boosie said that Lori Harvey, he smashed, but he wouldn't marry her based on that body count.
Whoa, he would smash. Now he did smash.
No, he would.
Okay,
but he wouldn't wife.
No.
And so
I don't want to disrespect Steve like that, but yeah, that's a body count.
Yeah, and that's honestly, man, it's like
Hold up, flag on the play come out. I just said disrespect Steve talking about her body count. That's hilarious. That's a guy thing. Sorry, I didn't want to disrespect her. See, I was more concerned about disrespecting the man than disrespecting the woman. Boy, that's toxic masculinity, honestly.
But yeah, like a lot of these chicks, man, these Instagram chicks, and like people like Larsa Pippen, and like people that have been around the block a few times, man. Like the chick that Dre's
and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're about to talk about the Dre chick. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, I don't see it. I don't see how these guys, unless they are just here for fun.
Who's here for fun? Oh, the guys?
Yeah, I'm just here to have fun, man, for the next, 3 or 4 months. But when these guys are like, it seems like they're in serious relationships. It's like, man, like, have you checked the Carfax? Matter of fact, you don't have to check the Carfax.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah, everything, all the injuries were on TV.
Yeah, it was well documented. So, I like Michael B. Jordan, man. Shout out, I look at him as a little homie and stuff like that. I actually like what he did as far as the Valentine's Day thing, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But hey, man, somebody has to.
We talked about earlier. Yeah. Being embarrassed. But if you got to be embarrassed, you might as well have a dime piece like Lori Harvey, because she's on that Lauren London level, coveted young black beautiful woman. When we come back, Dr. Dre's wife wants to know if he bought a side piece of house. Man, that's a hell of a gift. We'll talk about it. It's MRA Podcast. Hey guys and gals, if you're enjoying the show, let someone know. Whatever app you're listening on, please subscribe, give us 5 stars, and leave a positive comment.
And why wouldn't you give us 5 stars and a positive comment? We're great.
Yes, we are. This helps our placement so that other people can enjoy the show as well.
And why wouldn't they? We're great.
Well, Kamel, Dr. Dre's out the hospital, and we're back to the divorce.
That man needs to call his neurologist, get him on speed dial.
Here we go. Well, according to TMZ, Dr. Dre's estranged wife, Nicole Young, wants to question 3 women she alleges were his mistresses. It's always funny how, you thinking you got your stuff, on lock, and your lady don't know. She knows. They know who it is. They always know who you, especially if it's like a reoccurring side piece of somebody, a mistress, I should call her. They always know who it is. So anyway, Dr. Dre's wife has apparently 3 suspects, at least, that she knows about, that she thinks Dre was tricking on. Court documents show that Nicole is hoping to question the women. Oof. Dr. Dre, talk to your side pieces, allegedly. Kill game. Court documents show she's hoping to question these ladies before a final decision is made regarding the prenuptial agreement's validity, which could affect her spousal support. One woman is allegedly the beneficiary of a $2 million home paid for with cash in 2019. They want to know, hey, well, how did you get that money? Kamal, how you feel about this, dog?
Listen, man, I do not like this, Kyle.
I hate it.
Well, because honestly, man, it's working the refs. I don't like it when Phil Jackson used to do it, talking about, they're doing illegal defenses on Shaq. Like, wait till the game, let them. I don't like it, man. It's really unfair. It's corrupting the whoever it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a jury trial or the judge or whatever it is. It's putting it out there that Dre is a quote-unquote bad guy, and he's the one who's been cheating. I think Dre, if he was cheating, I think he's been slick. I don't think she's got a smoking gun. I think she's throwing shit against the wall, hoping that it'll stick, and that's all she's doing is just dragging his name through the mud. You know what I'm saying? Dre's chicks, if they are chicks, they not testifying. This ain't no murder charge. This, you know what I'm saying? They can't compel them to come to court with some subpoena for some divorce proceedings. Keep the game tight. You know what I'm saying? The team tight. Let them know, ignore all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly think that she's just grasping for straws right now. I don't like it because he's really trying to get that, what do you call it? That prenuptial agreement. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She's really trying to get it like, what do you call it? Voided. If she can prove that he was unfaithful, maybe that's the language in there. Well, she's doing her damnedest, but I think she's doing a bad job of it.
Kamal, let me tell you something, man. I don't think it even matters, man. First of all, this is a reason, fellas, why you got to make sure you treat your ladies well. Whether she be your starter, your side piece, your backup, treat them well. Because after they leave the company, if you piss them off, they will get their revenge. So treat them well. I mean, I've heard people say that my man Crab Legs at Florida State, the reason why old girl was really mad, it's allegedly because he was accused of rape, but he was exonerated, was the way he dismissed her, put her on the scooter, pieced her out. You know, get out now that I'm done. I mean, it's the way you do it. Like, you know, so my point is, and sorry to go that negative, but he was exonerated. But if Dr. Dre is running a good game, Kamal, treating them right, not disrespecting them, then they should be able to cooperate with him and tell her, you know, whatever the lie is, how they got the money. Because if the IRS ain't worrying about it, she shouldn't be worrying about it.
No. Well, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. If Dr. Dre is the reason why they're getting a divorce. If Dr. Dre is the sole reason, then yeah, he should have been smarter. However, if they just don't get along,
you're talking about Dre and Wifey.
If
I'm not talking about whoa. Let me be clear. I wasn't talking about treating her right. I was talking about the side pieces.
Oh, treat the team right.
Yes, because if you just, you know what I mean. If you just wiping your ass on her and then kicking her out when you're done, they're gonna come back on you and tell Wifey everything.
I got
That's
you.
my point.
I got you. And
I wasn't talking about treating his wife. I wasn't clear. I wasn't talking about treating his wife right. You would think I would be, but no.
No, I'm saying. I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, obviously, you want to treat the wife right as well, but you know,
treat everybody right.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, this is kind of like a thing with old dude at the ski lodge or whatever. You know, hopefully he didn't shit on this woman, make her cry, that type of deal, inspire her to cry.
Right.
I hate to say make her cry because, you know, inspire her to cry. Then that's the thing. But, you know, just watch how you treat people because to be honest, man, if you don't treat them right, it's going to come back and kick you in the butt, man. We come back. Halle Berry is tired of paying child support. You don't say. We'll get into it. It's the MRA Podcast. You listen to us, but Kamal and I want you to know that we listen to you too.
Even if we don't always respond to your tweets in a timely manner.
I love how you said we, man. So if you have some feedback, maybe you agree.
Maybe you disagree.
Or maybe you just want to tell us how much you love the show or that you want to testify about how we specifically helped you out. Or maybe you just want to tell Kamal how he was right or wrong.
But mostly right.
Whatever you want to tell us, hit us on our social. I'm at Kyle Erby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Hit us up and you just might hear your comment on the air.
Promise. We'll be gentle.
Kamal, you're not going to believe this, dog. Halle Berry doesn't like paying an exorbitant child support, dude.
What?
Yeah, she thinks it's not fair. She said, quote, "I'm not going to speak on alimony as I've never asked for it, nor have I been paid it. However, as for child support, I feel I can speak on it as I've been paying it for decades now. Oof. I feel if a woman or a man, I love that, or a man, is having to pay support that is way more than the reasonable needs to support the child, all caps, I think it's wrong. You damn right it's wrong, Kamal. Kamal, let me tell you something, man. It is going to take more women like Halle Berry to be forking over exorbitant child support for this thing to finally come to an end. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's baseless. And what say you, bro?
Yeah, I think. But here's the thing about it: Halle's a boss.
Yes.
So no, I don't think Halle counts. I don't think
Halle can start the discussion, Kamal.
She can start the discussion, but I don't think she can bring it home because she's in the same boat as everybody else.
It's going to take a school principal to bring it home.
It's going to take somebody who says, you know what, I don't need child support for my billionaire husband. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not it. No.
Well, yeah.
No, it takes a woman to be tired of this. It takes a woman to complain about it like only women can. And we could both complain, but women are way better at it to get these unfair rules changed.
But see, the thing about it is, I don't think nobody's going to feel sympathy for Halle Berry because, like I said...
That's why I said school principal.
Well, the thing about the school principal is how much she's not getting bent over in child support. You know what I'm saying? Because she doesn't make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and she's not getting royalty checks, and she's not getting that, right? She's got a salary.
Who's going to change this around then, damn it?
I think honestly, man, I think it's somebody with some integrity who's like, you know what, man, before I met this man, I wanted to go in the law. You know what I'm saying? I want my own career, man.
Wife.
Yeah, it's gonna take somebody who's like, with some pride. I don't need his shit. You know, I'll take something reasonable to help pay for tuition.
But how's that going to change the law? Maybe she won't get paid, but I'm telling you, somebody's got to get done wrong before they change the law. George Floyd had to get done dirty before they started making some changes.
Well, see, the thing about it is, I don't think this isn't a law thing, right? This is basically some judgment. This is how much they're asking. This is what and the judge determines whether or not it's fair. It's not like a mandatory thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a negotiation, and the judge decides after he hears that bullshit. So I'm saying it's gonna take somebody who goes to the judge and just be fair. You know, it's gonna take somebody who's like, I don't really need his shit. But when somebody has an exorbitant amount of cash and somebody was on a free scholarship, when they part ways, that person on the free scholarship wants to remain on the scully. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the guy who got a scholarship and then go to class and blows out his knee. You ever see Johnny Be Good?
No.
It's an old football movie. Old Tex. Old Tex was the bad guy at school. He's like, Old Tex took care of me. Blew my knee out. Old Tex took care of me, man. It's like, dude, they just want to be taken care of. And it's coming from a man. You know, a prideful man. A foolish, prideful man. But after a while, man, if I got beef with you and I'm not fucking with you, I really don't want your money. But again, this is me. And so that's what I would like to see from a chick. You know, like, man, I don't like you no more. I despise you. But they hit us in the pockets.
Let me say this, man. Last week, I think we talked about Halle Berry, and it did sound like the haters were coming to Halle Berry saying that, you know, she couldn't find a man. And it seemed like maybe she had broken up with her man, Van. But they are still together. They posed on, guess whose Instagram, Kamal? You want to guess?
Van?
Hers.
Oh, no, damn it. I'm 0 for 2. I'm going to get this right one day.
One day. Her Instagram, pictures together in the Valentines pajamas. They are raising the bar on that. You know, started with Halloween and Christmas. Now is Valentine's pajamas with hearts on it. Ain't no dude in the world. That ain't his idea. But they are allegedly still together. So props to Halle Berry for keeping it together, man. Sorry, I assumed y'all had broke up already.
Yeah, we were going off that gossip, that bullshit gossip. Yeah, Kyle, I got to say this. Because she responded to everybody like talking about how she couldn't keep a man. She actually responded. Yes. Did you read the responses?
I did read the responses, Kamal. She was very upset.
And you know what? It changed my entire opinion of Halle Berry.
Why?
Because she was like, I don't want to keep a bad man. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
And so it got me just, if Halle Berry is not one of these people who said, I can't find a man and I just want to be married, find somebody to love me, then she looks bad. Yes. If she's like, look, dude, I tried it, shit didn't work out, get the fuck out. I'm good with that.
I'm not having it. I'm Halle motherfucking Berry.
It's not that I can't have keep a man. Deal with your shit.
I don't want those men. They're not good for me. And matter of fact, that's what she said in her Valentine's post. She said, to all the Valentines who may be struggling to get it right, I feel you, but never give up and never settle for less than what makes your heart sing. No matter what they say or what they tell you. No matter how many times you try, it's always worth it. If you deserve love, you will find your match, your equal, your person. I don't know about equal.
Yeah.
I can't see this. Halle Berry and this dude can't be equals. Your person, even if it takes you until you're 54. They're not equals, Kamal. They just fit. They're right. We talked about it last week. They're not equals, but she's a 75 and he's a 25. Yeah. So rude. I know. I'm a rights activist and just a dude, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this, Kyle. Now
I'm not mad either. All right, guys, now it's time for the lesson of the day. That's what you're supposed to do. Not home run hitting Dave Justice, not swagged out Wesley Snipes at his peak. Van, whatever his name is, that does whatever he does, is a perfect match for a superstar like Halle Berry. That's what you should be doing.
Right. Yeah, these motherfuckers had actual other interests aside from Halle Berry.
Yes, Dave Justice, one of the biggest baseball players in the world at the time. That's not going to go well for you. I don't care if you're Halle Berry.
Right.
It's not. I'm sorry, ladies. It's not. And, Wesley Snipes is the peak of his Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy? Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming, Christopher Williams at the peak of his career. That will never go well when he's at his peak.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Basically, Van Hunt just lucky to be on the bus.
You damn right. I've never heard of Van Hunt. So don't act like he's your equal. Don't pull a Whitney Houston and act like you guys are equals. He's the king of R&B. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We know good and goddamn well. I love Bobby. I love New Edition, but he ain't Whitney. Nigga, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Whitney's equal is like Michael or Luther, not Bobby. So, ladies, this is what it takes. Halle might have figured it out. I don't know, but you gotta get a guy who's happy to be there.
Yeah, you can't trap him or talk him into it or mold him. At first he used to be like this, and I had to work on him. No. That shit ain't gonna work out for you.
There's always a guy that's happy to be there. The problem is a lot of times you're not into that. You prefer to be in love with the dude than to have a guy that's sprung on you. And a lot of times women will say, well, we can both be in love. Okay, that's what you think. But Patrice O'Neal said it best. The best relationship. She's sprung. He likes her. That's the best. That's the best. And for Halle Berry, because she's the alpha in the relationship, she has that. She likes him. He seems to be sprung. That's going to work until she gets tired of him. I'm going to give her props, Kamal. Smart move, Halle.
Yep.
And when we come back, Ayesha Curry, another one of our recurring characters, poses nude, and later in the show we have a Dear Erby from a woman whose man skipped out on Valentine's Day. Why would he do such a thing? Kamal and I are going to coach her up. It's the MRA Podcast. Guys, I have a comedy album. It's called Be a Man at All Times, and it's on, what's it on? Oh, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you stream your content.
It's a damn good comedy album.
I appreciate that, man. There's stand-up on there. Kamal and I wrote a whodunit mystery called The Case of the Missing Balls. That's on there.
Based on a true story.
Check out the album. Show your boy some support. And you can buy it on iTunes. Keyword buy it. Stop streaming. Kamal, we've been talking about Ayesha Curry for a while.
Yeah.
I think it started off when we were talking about her being jealous that no one was looking at her in the club. Do you remember that, Kamal?
Yeah, she voiced that basically. How come? Well, she was talking about people. She had to keep girls off of her dude. Mm-hmm. But they're also complaining like, why ain't no dudes on me?
Exactly.
They can't compete with Steph Curry. They don't want Steph Curry's girl.
Yeah, man. Ain't you, man? Nobody. We're good. Y'all good. Yeah, nobody. That's not. See, women. When women see a guy, right, he's the top guy, and he's got a girl, they all want that guy, right? But the difference is when we see a top guy and his girl, all the guys ain't trying to get his girl.
No.
Because in our mind, we're like, we got to compete with that guy. We can't. Yeah, we're good. No thanks. But the women are guilty of thinking like women, thinking that so they're thinking, ooh, I'm with the top. Isn't everybody going to want no. Nope. Damn near invisible. Just like I did with Lori Harvey and Steve Harvey. It's like, I'm thinking about Steve, the top dude, not Lori. You know what I mean? I'm showing respect for Steve. Now, of course, like you can say that's, toxic masculinity, and you have an argument to be made because I'm respecting the legend in this relationship, who happens to be the dude. And I respected Halle in that relationship because she's the legend in the relationship. So I'm trying to be fair. Anyway, the point is, a few years ago, Ayesha Curry posted that everyone's into barely wearing clothes these days, huh? Not my style. It's easier said than done when, whatever. Let me not diss Ayesha Curry. Anyway, she said, I like to keep the good stuff covered up for the one who matters. Well, fast forward a little bit. Maybe she's been to the gym. I don't know what it is, but she posted nude. Now, she ain't showing her coochie. She ain't showing her titties. She ain't
got no clothes on, and they got different angles, right?
Yeah, she ain't got no clothes on, but you can't see nothing. But she's still naked. So, I don't know. What's going on here, Kamal?
Well, I think Ayesha's learning about being in the spotlight. So, just being Steph Curry's wife, you can't compete with that, right? No. And so, wherever you go, people, she's off limits. Mm-hmm. She's off limits. Mm-hmm. And so, same thing with Beyonce and Gabrielle Union and stuff like that. So, what do? Mm-hmm. They post pictures of themselves scantily clad. I just saw Beyonce the other day, yesterday, I think, showing off the wagon.
Of course.
So they do that. And then they get a bunch of responses. It wasn't like a Dwayne Wade's teammate liked them.
Yeah, eyeballs and something like that.
Right. That's how you get it. That's how you get it, man. You can't just be famous in the guy's wife. No. You have to put yourself out there. You have to force the issue to get the attention that you want, because just being with a top dude, that ain't enough. Because as a matter of fact, you might as well be wearing a burqa.
You become invisible when you're standing next to, you know what I mean? Some guy we all respect, you know, from whatever. Just insert man we all respect. You're standing next to him. We try not to look at you. We're looking at the dude out of respect. That's just a respect thing. Yeah. And men put respect first. When we come back, we got to talk about brothers doing good in the neighborhood and a brother that's doing not so well. We'll talk about it. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, what's up? If you're enjoying this show, do us a favor and donate to our Patreon.
Word.
Just go to www.patreon.com. That's Patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast of Kyle and Kamal.
Word.
It's that simple. Listen to the show, love the show, share the show, break the show off with some dough.
Bars.
Kamal, we talk about negativity, so we got to talk about positivity. Let's balance out, man. Let's start off with Kodak Black, man. He's on a roll. He was given while he was in prison. Last week, we talked about him he was going to pay the tuition of two FBI agents who were slain, 2 children, rest in peace. And now, on the 3-year anniversary of the Parkland shootings in Florida, which really did happen, by the way, to his surprise, he found out that one of the victims, a white young lady named Meadow Pollock, was a big fan of Kodak Black. So what did he do? He donated a scholarship in her honor to her brother's school. How cool is that, Kamal?
Damn, man, that is what you're supposed to do. Use your celebrity and your clout to change people's lives, man. Don't just be like flossing your money and shit like that, throwing it at the, whatever. I know I said this. I'm sounding like a broken record. And Kodak Black is having me on repeat with his actions, but I salute this, man. This is big man, grown man stuff.
Michael Jordan, speaking of the big man and one of the grownest men in our generation, $10 million he donated to open 2 health clinics near his own hometown of Wilmington, North Carolina. You know, a lot of people have hated on Michael Jordan for his Air Jordans being expensive and him allegedly being in the prison business. But how do you feel about this?
As a Detroit fan, I hate this with all my heart.
Well, let's talk.
You kept my boy out the dream team. Start with that. Send him a gold medal. Send Isaiah Thomas.
That's the only charity you want to know. That's all you give a damn about. Why don't you spend $10 million to get Isaiah Thomas a gold medal he never got?
Spend that $10 million to set up an exhibition game with North Korea or what was that, Angola, and have Isaiah on the squad and beat them again.
No, that's where you can't go back in time. Like I said, man, with the education and Dave Chappelle.
Salute this, man. Good job, Mike. I like what Mike is doing good, because Mike for a long time, man, hasn't been. He got criticized for not doing shit. So anytime Mike does something,
step his game up.
Yeah. I like this.
I like it too, man. And so Pac-Man Jones got in a little trouble. Come out. Allegedly, he was at a club, and there was some bouncer from when he was at a club last week. I guess he lives in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I have been to Cincinnati, Ohio. It is open. It is cracking. So, I mean, listen, man. Pac-Man Jones, there was some bouncer that I guess was hating, and next thing you know, Pac-Man turned around while Pac-Man was talking to the DJ, and allegedly the bouncer was in an argument with his little brother. So Pac-Man did what Pac-Man did. He allegedly punched and kicked the man until dude was unconscious. Pac-Man went to jail. He got out and gave his side of the story in an interview. What say you, Kamal?
Listen, man, Pac-Man for the past 8, 9, 10 years has been a model citizen. Remember, he was getting arrested for like every 2 or 3 weeks. Pac-Man was getting arrested, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is his first arrest. He fell off the wagon.
He fell out with his wife and his brother.
He fell off the wagon a little bit, man. It's like, oh, Pac-Man, you was doing so good.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'll take this, man. Every 10 years, Pac-Man gets arrested. I'll take this, because I know the alternative was every 2 weeks he was getting arrested, and this one was for a good cause. And I don't really like bouncers, so this is good for me.
We'll find out that another day, man. We come back, we have a Dear Erby from a woman whose man skipped out on Valentine's Day. Why would he do such a thing? We'll talk about it in the MRA Podcast. You need some advice in your relationship?
And can't afford a therapist?
Yeah. Hit us up and we'll get you through this.
We won't even charge you a copay.
Exactly. The Dear Erby letter is our longest standing segment on the MRA, dating all the way back to the webisodes. This is where we truly save relationships one listener at a time. We've saved marriages.
Encourage divorce.
Taught a guy how to please his woman.
Encourage divorce.
Yeah, so hit us up for advice and we'll help you out. Send your emails to dearerby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearerby@themrapodcast.com. Let's get into this Dear Erby letter.
Let us.
Dear Erby, hope y'all can help me out because my man just pissed me off. We've been together for about 2 years now, and we've been real cool. I'm not one of them girls who likes to trip. I'm cool. I go with the flow. I give it to him whenever and wherever he wants. Really, it's whenever I want, but I let him think I'm doing it for him. Crazy face. But this boy really lost his mind this week. I call him a boy, not to be disrespectful. He's a lot younger than me. I know he works hard, he works at night and sleeps during the day, but this fool really let Valentine's Day get away from him and didn't say nothing to me. He didn't send flowers, he didn't send no card, nothing. I'm disappointed that he didn't say anything. Please tell me you two would never do something like this and explain to me why a man would. That's from Joelle in Brooklyn. Kamal, help her, please.
Well, Jewel or Jewel? I don't know.
Who knows?
Jewel. I had an aunt named Jewel, so I'll call her Jewel.
There it is.
Jewel, here's the thing, man. You gotta look at this man's character. Mm-hmm. Right? You guys been together for 2 years. What did he do last year? Pre-COVID. What did he do pre-COVID? Valentine's Day. So did he flake then? Is this a one-time thing? Is this like everything has been cool and this was the one mistake, according to you, because I don't really know if it's a mistake or not. Is this the only flag on this man's resume? And if it is, I think you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. If he's, his character is solid, you guys have fun, or he did something thoughtful or romantic or whatever the hell people do on Valentine's Day. If he did that last year, you got to chalk it up to COVID and his job. I wouldn't throw this man away. I wouldn't even get disappointed. Now, I understand you probably had big plans for Valentine's Day. You were hoping to have something that you could post. That's on you, Jewel. What did you get for Valentine's Day for him? Nothing? Was this some one-sided shit? Was this one-sided expectations? Now, if you bought him a gift, and you had some plans, and you was waiting for him to drop his, and then you was going to drop yours, and he never got a chance to drop his, so you kept yours because you didn't want to feel like a sucker, then yes, have your disappointment. But if you didn't get this man shit, you didn't say jack shit to him, he was supposed to be the Valentine's Day planner and fun and all that, and you guys didn't speak about this, that's on you, Jewel. You got to temper expectations, man. Here's the thing about it. We're really, really, really simple. We're really simple people. If your dude knew Valentine's Day was important to you and you were looking for it, I can't wait to work, what you going to do for Valentine's Day? Don't tell me. I'm sure he wouldn't have forgot. He's about, I got to do something because she's expecting some shit. You ain't never said shit about Valentine's Day. And you just expect it. He's supposed to get you something because y'all in a relationship and you didn't get him shit either. I don't know, Drew. I don't know if I can rock with you on this one. I would say you can mention it, but here's the thing about it. You can't have the salt in your tone. That might be hard for you. That might be hard, Jewel. You might come in and, why the fuck you didn't give me nothing? Or you might say it like sarcastically or something like that. You got to leave that out. If you really want to know, if you really want to know, ask him. Like, I thought we was going to do something. I don't know. Now you know. You guys could do a redo, or if you guys make it the distance and go next year, I'm sure he'll remember next year. But this one, I would chalk it up to the job and COVID, and I wouldn't read too much into it. As a matter of fact, like Kyle said a couple weeks ago, I will walk it off.
When we come back, I'm going to weigh in. Yo, what's up? I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kamal.
And you're listening to the MRA podcast, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. Kamal, excellent job as usual, man. I'm going to get straight to it. Jules, man, you can thank one man for your problems. Michael B. Jordan. Thanks a lot, Apollo Creed's son. Appreciate you for raising the bar. Guys like Michael B. Jordan are the reason why Jules' dude is in trouble. That's a joke. It's not really his fault. Even though it contributes, because you got to imagine that women are looking on Instagram all day, scrolling at all these women showing off what they've been able to accomplish this year. Notice, that's all it is. That's what Valentine's is. Flouse. Look at the man I captured. Look at the man I got dressed in his silly pajamas. Look what he got me. Flossy, 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 flossy. Come out. Did you post on Valentine's Day?
No, and the beautiful thing about it is we were driving back from Utah, and my girl was driving.
Oh, man.
She couldn't look at shit because she drove the whole way back.
Flag on the play for you.
Oh, no, she wanted to.
10 miles. Okay. All right. Back to this.
She wanted to drive.
Hey, you go ahead. Did you sleep, dog?
Nah, I mean, I tried to,
Okay.
but yeah, she wanted to drive.
Hey, man. Anyway, so let me tell you what this is, man. This has happened to me before. Not on Valentine's Day because I know better. But the problem is there was an assumption. There wasn't a plan made. And you probably hoped that he was this romantic that he would figure out a way to let you know that it was important. But the problem is, ladies, when you're so damn cool, sometimes guys think it's really that cool. I remember Kamal Abdul-Jabbar was on a job interview, and the job interview opened with him being offered a sexual favor.
It was a joke. It wasn't.
May or may not have been. By the end of the job interview, Kamal went from having the job to losing the job because Kamal got so comfortable that he thought it was cool. And he let his guard down. Your dude, you laughing. Your dude did the same thing. Men don't give a damn about Valentine's Day. We're doing this because we know what Lori Harvey wants. We know it. You notice I bet Kim Kardashian didn't post her shit this year. You know that had to burn her up. Khloe got to post, but she didn't. I don't know. I have no idea. Halle Berry got to post this year. She probably was happy. Look what I got, y'all. Look what I got.
She
I
might
captured
have
me one.
got back with dude. Reconcile.
You ain't lying. Because she's known for not being able to keep a man. So look what I can keep. Until she's tired of him. So that's the thing. I'm just going to tell you like this, Jewel, to make it quick and clear. Did he forget about the plans y'all had? Or is he supposed to know? You know what I mean? Whenever you say, I had a woman to tell me that I was supposed to invite her to prom, and she told me I ruined her prom because I didn't invite her to prom. And I should have known. That always burns me up, Kamal, because it's like you don't get to say that. There was no conversation. If we agreed and I flaked, boom, I can see I ruined your prom.
I always say this, man. It is hard to compete with the dude, the idea of the man you are in your girl's head.
Yeah, man.
It's hard to compete with that guy.
Hard. It's hard.
That guy is
so
amazing.
My thing is, Drew, I get it. Kamal and I know better. We know what you're supposed to do, but it's still dangerous to ever expect something that was not a conversation. And for all you ladies, please, please stop comparing him to your last guy, what he's supposed to do, because you would be very upset if we told you what you're supposed to do.
Oh, gosh. If we compared you to, like, our exes.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. What your ex did.
Hey.
Or what your mom did or whatever. Go ahead.
Check out Malcolm and whatever. Malcolm and Maria. Malcolm and I forgot the chick's name. It's Zendaya and
oh yeah. That
Denzel's
movie. Mm-hmm.
Check that out. Let's discuss it next week, man. Like,
okay.
give you a review. I have some interesting takes on it because we're talking about like exes and stuff like that. And the conversation pops up, and
cool.
I want to hear what you got to say about that.
We got to do that next week. But right now, that's where we are. Hey, Jewel, next time have a conversation with him. We don't want to have a conversation about these things. It would be nice if he knew this already, but obviously he didn't. So have a conversation without being upset. Try to understand, and then you guys can be on the same page for next year.
And if she wants to drive on Valentine's Day, listening to a podcast of 1619, let her.
Where can we find you?
Twitter and Instagram at Angry Kamal.
I'm at Kyle Erby, KYLEERBY, at the MRA Podcast. KyleErby.com is where you can watch some of my videos and commercials I've done. At the MRA Podcast, where you can find us both. The MRAPodcast.com is where you can listen to 133 episodes that we have completed. Come out, I'm getting back on the piano. I ain't ready to show the world where I am, but I'm just telling you, I'm getting that rust back off, man. Man, I appreciate you for bringing it and being well-researched. Next week, we're going to talk about that Denzel Son and Zendaya movie. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.